Hey, what's up guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. In this video, I'm going to take you guys down here to Australia off the coast of Queensland. You're going to see two very unique videos from that location. Then we're going to go 8,500 miles to the north up here in the Gulf of Mexico off the coast of Alabama. You're going to see something very unique out over the Gulf of Mexico from Gulf Shores, Alabama. But first, we're going to start off the coast of Queensland, the Sunshine Coast. Video footage sent in by Robert from July 17th of 2022. Notice the purple sky, and I put this in fast forward for presentation purposes so you could get a better view of the object that he saw in the nighttime sky. And notice Orion's belt right there in the sky and the purple sky in front of Orion's belt. And here comes the object right there. See it moving across the screen from left to right. I did put this in fast forward for presentation purposes. This is not an airplane or a helicopter. It doesn't have any type of blinking lights. It was something that was moving through the sky at a pretty good speed. I just put it in fast forward a little bit, not too much, just for, again, presentation purposes. But there it goes, as it was just some sort of a white orb in the purple sky off the coast of Australia. And I also have another video from the same general location. We're looking out here in this area above the Coral Sea. And here we go. The video does have a little bit of narration. I left the audio in the video, so you might want to adjust your speakers just a little bit, especially if you have on headphones, because you can hear the gentleman's car running. His name's Chad, and he was driving down the highway. See that noise right there? That's his car running. Let me turn it down here just a little bit. This goes back to June of 2022. Video footage sent in by Chad above the ocean off the coast of Queensland, Australia. He noticed this in the sky. It compelled him to pull over his car and start filming. And the noise you hear are the ocean waves and the engine of his automobile. He stopped and filmed this thing for several minutes. The video footage that he shared with me lasts about 4 minutes. This object changed shapes. It remains about the same color. I think at one point it turns into a white-like tube, as you're going to see here in just a minute. Again, this does not appear to be a typical airplane. A typical airplane, he wouldn't have stopped to start recording this like he did. He spent a considerable amount of time along the highway here, along the coast of Australia, recording this object, whatever it may be, out above the Coral Sea. He says in the video that this is up in the sky. It's not an ocean liner out on the water like some sort of a big ship. There could be the potential for that. He said this was moving in the sky, moving slowly, wasn't behaving like an airplane, as you can clearly see. It's not. It's not a helicopter, and it was dancing out over the ocean as he was describing it. It was kind of dancing around in the sky. Notice how it changes shape right here. It went from a colored kind of an orb to what looks like a straight white line. And he says OMG right there when it did that, right before his very eyes. And right here he's giving his exact location. It's straight off the coast of New South Wales in Queensland, out above the ocean. And as you can see, let me pause this real quick. That's not an airplane, not a helicopter. Looks like some sort of a straight line in the sky, a line of light, like a tube light. But this is way out over the ocean. This is not anywhere near the shore. The noise you just heard was a car that went past him. Keep in mind, he pulled over along the side of the road. He says here there are no ships or ocean liners out on the water at all, anywhere in sight. He describes this at one point right here as beautiful lights in the nighttime sky. He'd never seen anything quite like this. And as you can clearly see, there went another car right there. As you can see, it's definitely changed shape somehow. Don't ask me how. I've never seen anything quite like this either. And he says right here, it looks like it's got some sort of an electrical dome on top of it. He could see that with the naked eye. It's a little difficult to tell in the video as it's moving around a little bit as he's doing this on the fly. And he's actually doing a very good job recording this thing, but there is a little bit of movement as this thing's a pretty good ways away. So it's difficult, especially at night, to keep a good steady hand on a light in the dark sky. You're going to have a little bit of movement. He said he would zoom in further, but he couldn't with the camera that he had, and it probably wouldn't have made any difference. It probably would have been counterproductive because it just would have made it more out of focus. This is a pretty good distance right here, and I was able to zoom in just a little bit myself. This is unedited. I have not enhanced this in any way other than zoom in just a little bit tighter. And here's another look at what looks like a tube light in the nighttime sky. Once again, this is off the coast of Queensland, out above the Coral Sea. And here in just a few seconds, you're going to see this thing change from what looks like one linear light horizontally going across the sky. Right there, it just turned into two lights. See the two lights? And they're steady. They're not blinking like an airplane would typically blink, different colors. These are on all the time, and it appears to be getting a little bit closer to his location. We can kind of see color again associated with the lights. Just an unusual observation, and it's not every day you have people pulling over to the side of the road, recording objects in the sky if they're not something that they haven't seen before. And all of us that have ever driven a vehicle, especially in the nighttime sky, we've seen airplanes flying around at one point or another. I know I have multiple times, and I was not compelled to stop my car or my truck and start recording an airplane in the sky. So this was something very unique. Chad said this is unbelievable. He was having a hard time wrapping his mind around what he was seeing here. He just said, wow, right there as this thing's, again, changing shape. So once again, really cool video sent in by Chad from down in Australia off the coast of New Zealand, out above the ocean, some sort of a mysterious object. He says right there, wow, the colors are just insane. Cool video. Thank you, Chad, for sharing. Greatly appreciate that. Going to the Gulf of Mexico. This was filmed from Gulf Shores, Alabama by Freedom back on October 30th of 2022. Get a load of this, would you? Looks like a glowing parachute coming down through the nighttime sky. But that's not a parachute. I don't know what this is, but it's not a parachute. It doesn't appear to be any type of a helicopter or airplane. Here I did some enhancements to the original video. And as you can see over here, light is dark and dark is light. I was just trying to look for anything, and that is completely unrecognizable, other than it does look like a parachute at an angle. If it was a parachute, it would be coming straight down, not at a steady angle like that. See the slight tilt? I don't know what that is. It was something captured on video from Gulf Shores, Alabama, sent in by Freedom on October 30th of 2022. Today's feature photo was sent in by Janine out of Las Vegas, Nevada, of a perfect circle in the daytime sky. The low-lying clouds had a perfect circle just appear out of nowhere. Really cool photo by Janine out of Las Vegas. If you guys have any photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at MrMBB333.com. And if you have any videos you'd like to share that won't attach to the email for whatever reason, you can come over here to the homepage of the website, look for this red tab that says Have a Large Video. Simply click on that red tab, drag and drop your video into the banner. Please include your first name, date, and location, and I'll take it from there. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.